Hello guys and welcome here to the Talladega Super Speedway Chase Race number 4 in the round of 12 about to kick off. The round of 12. It's race 31 and the round of 12 is in the midst. We're in the middle of it. And anyway, we saw last race TJ Hanley pulled off an upset today. He is not in the field, unfortunately, failed to qualify. But we saw Jonathan Rain, Zach Buchanan, and a handful of others make the field. It'll be interesting to see how they do today. Could they pull off the upset? That'll be the question. Luis Hernandez, Chase Marks will start on the front row as we get ready to go green here from Talladega. We'll be right back as we show you the starting lineup here from Dega. We get ready as the pace car will peel off. Luis Hernandez, he won back at Daytona. He's won 3 races this season. He would love to get win number 4. Chase Marks missed the second round of the chase. He'd love to get an upset. Who will get the job done today? As they make their way through the tri-oval and to start finish, the green flag will fly and we are underway from Talladega. We went 4 wide for the lead, and they're 4 wide in the back. But Ben Crouch is going to lead the opening lap. And now Charles Sanford's the race lead. Sorry, I thought I saw the caution lights on. And we could have a caution coming any second with the way these guys are racing. Very aggressive early on. Four wide back there. This is not the way to race at Talladega. Unless you want to die. That's the way you race. Who led that lap? They're giving it to the 72. But here comes the 42 now of Tim Horton up through the bottom. Keep in mind, he is currently one of your first 4 out, and he just wrecked. Wreck on the front stretch, or on the back stretch rather. The big one has struck. And it's caught up a lot of these guys. The caution is out. Someone hooked your race leader. And Trent Fusion leads them back to the caution. The race leader just got dumped. So let's go see what happened. Here we go. So you see this 18, Sam Curtis just hooks the 42. And this just causes a stack up right here. And these guys just wreck it up behind. Take a look at all the cars involved in that. And then you see Eric Faden, his day's over, and that means he's now in a must-win at Watkins Glen. And that is not an easy must-win. The 19 looks like he avoids any damage in this wreck, so good work by the 19 team of Luis Hernandez. Let's take you back to the green. We get ready for the restart, see where your chasers are. Gene Sanford, Ethan Lynn leading that group right now. Kevin McHugh, Stephen Thompson also still up in it. We saw Luis Hernandez did not pit. A bunch of guys had to pit due to their damage. The only chaser out of the race right now is Eric Faden, so that is going to hurt that team really bad. As Trent Fusion leads them back to the green, we are back underway. Keep in mind Trent Fusion made the chase but missed the round of 12. And here we go, you see they are scattering up front. The moment. And Tyson Aquino's looking for second. He might just get it. There goes 7 Ethan Lynn. He's going to try and cut to the bottom. He knows this is his chance now to possibly pull off a win. And the small team at Tommy Baldwin, keep in mind, this is the race last year where Robert Pollard moved on in the chase. And he went on to do big things. So for this team, they should know right now that this is their big moment. Now Tyson Aquino to the lead. Though the 7 is hot in his track, so is Kevin McHugh. Stephen Thompson is also back there, competing at the moment. This really is a wild card chase race. Gene Sanford had to pit due to damage. I also kind of want to stress at the moment, this race will have NASCAR overtime if these guys so happen to need it. So that's kind of big. These guys will have NASCAR overtime if needed. And it's big being Talladega. These guys will obviously need it. Oh boy, they've caught the 72. This could cause some chaos. Sure enough, it brings the 88 right back into the picture. Kevin McHugh, Tyson Aquino get right around. So do a few others. Keep in mind, these guys will also not likely have to pit. Oh, the 13 and the 78 have caught up to the lead draft. Here comes Hillary Sanchez, another one of your chasers. But Trent Fusion wants that position. And Tyson Aquino continues to dominate here. Could this be another race where we see a go or go homer win? Keep in mind, Tyson Aquino, he's a go or go homer as they catch the 38. They're going to split them, and the 11 will now look for the lead. But I should mention, though, Tyson Aquino is 47th in the point standings. He's trying to get farther ahead of Dylan Young, who is in 48th. As Kevin McHugh goes to the lead. Keep in mind, any chasers that win, they move on in the chase. So these guys know a lot is at stake. And the caution is out. 72, Daniel Voiles might have had something to do with this. 30 of Gene Sanford involved. So is 77 and a few others. Luis Hernandez has damage too. Thomas E. Lucere involved as well. But Kevin McHugh is the race leader. And a few guys with damage, that is going to hurt them. And we take a look at the guys a lap down. Keep in mind, Tim Randolph, Alexander Rowe, Daniel Voiles, Gene Sanford, even though they are a lap down, which obviously Daniel Voiles, Gene Sanford, their days are over. But the 38 and the 22, they could very well come back in this race with NASCAR overtime, because they would get a wave around. If they go 2 laps down, they're done. But anyway, let's go see what happened. Here we go. So the 72 and the 77 tangle up right here. Steve Lucere gets maybe a little impatient. But what happened to the 31? Wondering if a wreck occurred ahead. If not, we will rewind it. Yeah, it looks like just a wreck ahead. I don't know, maybe just a glitch. My mistake. Anyway, so once again, the 72, 77, they are going to wreck here. Go up into the wall. They are going to come down the track. And Gene Sanford plows into the 77 and it goes into the 72. And this causes a nightmare for these guys. That is a tough break. Let's take you back to the green. Here we go, getting ready for the restart. Take a look at where all your chasers are at this point. Only 2 out of the race, so Gene Sanford, Eric Baden. Eric Baden is going to need a win now in order to advance to the next round of the chase. Restarting in the lead is going to be Kevin McHugh. He is one of your chasers. In second, we got Trent Fusion, Tyson Aquino in third, Jonathan Reams fourth, Stephen Thompson in fifth, Hillary Sanchez sixth, DJ Curtis seventh, Brad Fusion eighth, Ethan Lynn in ninth, and in 10th is Eli Bright. Up front, though, Kevin McHugh is going to lead him back to the green flag, and we are back underway here at Talladega. Once again, a reminder, we have NASCAR overtime if needed. As the 8 goes around 23, and now Jonathan Reams will try and follow. Up ahead, though, the 65 is coming off the pit lane. This could cause a little havoc for these guys. Also back there, Ben Crouch, currently in the race. As Tyson Aquino back to the race lead. But here comes 34 and the 55. And you can tell the 65 is well off the pace. Here comes the 11. These guys are getting a draft. Keep in mind the 8 has no drafting help. So that is definitely going to hurt him as these guys start to catch up now. And these guys are going to overpower him possibly. No, they are not. Yes, they are. Here they go for the lead. 3 wide for the lead. And it's going to benefit the 55 as he has the draft. Stephen Thompson back to the race lead. Now the 66 wants it. Brad Fusion to the lead. And Ben Crouch back there, he wants a piece of this. Oh no, they're going to go 4 wide back there. This is not going to work. And they settle it out. Eli Bright back there battling. The caution is back out. No, it's not. Once again, the lights deceive me. My apologies, guys. Those lights can be confusing sometimes. But the 13 Eli Bright goes back to the race lead rather. We got 3 chasers working the bottom line. Behind Eli Bright. Ethan Lynn, Hillary Sanchez, Stephen Thompson. The chasers want to take over this race. Four wide once again. Here goes the 7. He wants the lead. But the 13's not going to let him. We're coming to 11 to go this time. Now the 3 wants it. Man, the 7 really wants this. Keep in mind, we had the 32 team in the chase last season with Robert Pollard. As they catch lap traffic. Like I said, Robert Pollard made the chase with Go Fast Racing. And oh, the 13 is blocked by the lap traffic. This will allow the 7 to take over the race lead. Ethan Lynn, now your race leader. They're going to make it 3 wide for the lead. Like we said, Jonathan Rains knows how to get it done on these tracks. Who leads that lap? It's going to be the 11. Kevin McHugh there, 4 wide for the lead. What is Brad Fusion thinking? Besides the fact of thinking, oh, I want this lead. And he's got to be careful. Keep in mind, these guys have been told in every driver's meeting since the chase began, do not interfere with the chase drivers. And right there, had Brad Fusion caused that wreck, he could have been put under penalty by race control. So he's got to take it easy right there. He almost took out 3 of your chasers. But for the lead, here goes the 7. So we now got 9 laps to go. These guys are going to line up to the inside, probably try and overtake the 66. Ben Crouch is back there. He knows he wants this lead. And the 7, Ethan Lynn, to the race lead. Up ahead, the 21. In a whole swarm of lapped cars. These guys will catch them before the end of the race. Ethan Lynn to the lead. He will get to lead a lap finally, I believe. I believe that's his first lap, lad. We will see. But Kevin McHugh now will take the race lead. Once again, any of these chasers that win, it's win in advance, so these guys know a round of 8 spot is up for grabs. That's why Kevin McHugh is running as hard as he can right now in that 11. Man, the top 5 ultimately broken away from this lead group. You see back there, Trent Fusion and those guys having trouble gaining traction. But if they can gain traction, these guys are going to get caught very quick. Here we go for the lead. Back to the line though, Kevin McHugh is going to keep it. With 6 laps to go rather. I was going to say 5, but man, that was almost a mistake. 7, Ethan Lynn, he wants it now as Brad Fusion claims the lead. And 66 is just going to block both lanes. And they're going to go 3 wide for second or third now. And the more they do that, they allow this group behind them to catch them. Keep in mind, they are now catching the 41, the 21, 27, 18, all those guys who got wrecked early in the race. They are starting to catch them. So this is going to mean trouble. And they got more ahead. And the 66 is blocked. The 7 has the preferred lane right now. And now the 66 has no traffic in front of them. So Brad Fusion could be the winner out of all this. Or not. And these lapped guys going to play a big role in the finish. 4 to go. They are trapped. And the 7's going to get ahead. 7 and the 78, they are going to pull ahead. And they are going to get through all this traffic, and now the rest of the leaders have caught them. But these two, Ben Crouch, Ethan Lynn, could go mano a mano with Zach Buchanan ahead. And Tim Horton. So there's still some lap traffic ahead. that could play factor in this finish. It's going to be mano a mano, though. Ethan Lynn, Ben Crouch. They're going to try and put a big gap between them and third and fourth. So far, 2-second advantage. There's no way these guys are going to catch them unless we get NASCAR overtime. These guys got to hope and pray that there's no wreck behind them. And the 11 and the 13 just got free. So did the 3, Hillary Sanchez. The 34, the 23, they all got around. And they've caught the 4 of Zach Buchanan. They're going to get around him, no problem. Keep in mind, these guys are catching him quick with 2 to go. Any other lapped cars ahead? Just the 42. If they can get around the 42, no problem. It is clear sailing ahead for these 2 chasers. Here goes Ben Crouch. He wants the lead now. This could be the race-winning move. And Ben Crouch, for the time being, he has the lead. Keep in mind, once he takes the white flag, no matter what, the race is over. And the white flag is out, 1 lap to go for Ben Crouch. And the 7 has got held up. They made it to the white flag. I certainly did not expect them to do that. Here comes the 7, though. He's got the draft still. But does he have enough of it? I don't think so. Out of turn 4. He's carrying more speed. Here we go. He's going to look to the inside. Ben Crouch is going to block. And Ben Crouch is going to win his 2nd race of the season at Talladega, and he will move on to the round of 8. Congratulations to Ben Crouch. Chasers finishing in the top 3 today. Ethan Lynn gave it his best shot. It just wasn't enough. We want to thank you for watching. We're going to show you results and standings, and we'll see you at Watkins Glen. Goodbye, everyone.